Ho ho and Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year! Today we're gonna do a little explainer about the recent version, which is 173. And I'll try to keep this short. There is a bunch of new things that you guys have to look at, especially spells, spell books, the way that the spells are assembled. So let me jump into the game. Ba-bam! Alright. So there's a number of small changes that happened. Oh, Jesus, look at the characters. They're all pretty angry today. They probably want to go on some holiday. So the button for alchemy changed. You can go on here now. I'm pretty sure you've seen the recipe list from the previous build. We've done some minor updates to how things show up in the character sheet. But what I'm after is this, which is the spellbook. So the spellbook is now completely available and fully open at the beginning of the game. You can see that these spells are not available to my character because his memory is only 3, and this has 4 spell elements, and this one has even 5. So let me see. Okay, here's 5. He's good. Okay, let me take a look at his spellbook. So there's 3 fire spells and 3 frost spells and 3 protection spells. There's acid spells. There's damage spells. Well, even he cannot access this. I'll need to bring him up to this. There's dispel spells. There's fear spells, and then there's flash spells. So one big change is that all the formulas have been reworked, and if you look at those formulas, they're pretty simple. I mean, it's pretty easy to assemble some of this. Look at the deck: 4, 4, 5, 4. That's enough. So let's just jump into some encounter and see how that goes. Do I want to have this resource? Sure I do. And maybe some of you know what's going to happen when I want to put these two things together. Yep, that's a soldier's vomit, and it has a lasting effect for 15 days. We're going to have +2 health, well, and a bit less of the charisma. Still going to do it. I don't care because charisma is not in the game yet. So who needs a boost for health? I think she needs it. Ta-da! And I still have more because we changed the resource deployment, and now you have 3 resources in every deposit. So let's do more. And well, he could use one. Sure. And he could use one. Very nice. All right, so let me show you how the spells work, except that I want the giggler to be in the forest. Can I have him in the forest? Probably not. All right. One big change here is that we've got the encyclopedia back into the game, so you can browse different sections and look at the items as well as the tokens. For example, here, regardless of whether or not you're in an encounter or not. All the resources, the substances, I still have some things to discover. I think there's a total of 18. Yep. 4 equipable items, equipment works, and then all the different tokens. So tokens have been updated. They now combine better. You can read the release notes for the specifics, but let me jump into encounter and show you how that goes. Trying to get the whole thing to burn is not going to work for me. There is a chance that it's going to be absorbed, but here, look at those spells. What can I do immediately? Probably damage. Damage looks good. Let me go with it. Or 1 and 2, and then some protection. Sure. Buying some extra actions works well. Okay, next round. Got 1 damage has a risk of converting into injury, but what doesn't, right? And then I just need, I think, 1 extra damage here. Please remember that you can always change your spell and retain the elements. So let's say from Sky Anvil to Falling Sky, or back again. I'll do this in this example. I'll take Sky Hammer now. Oh, I cannot choose Sky Anvil because I don't... Okay, I'll go for Enchaining. You see, the element that matches is retained. So if you've placed some elements on the spell, don't hesitate to swap them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the new combination of tokens. Acid. When the target, the Giggler that has acid, is hit with damage, the acid will convert into damage. So that means that as long as I can assemble this, it's going to give me 2 damage. And then this will be converted. So let's see. Alright, he got 2 acids. And now the only thing I need is just 1 damage, not 2. So this one. But anyway, I missed 2 of the triangles. I'm gonna use it here. Do I need this? Not really. Alright. And now I'm gonna apply damage to the Giggler who has acid, and the damage will convert the acid into more damage. Let's do it. Yep. That's how you do it. So encounters are a little bit easier now because of that, but that's the old question of working from what I want and what can I do right now. Right now I want to combine some of the resources into the alchemy. So let's see if the Giggler reaches me. Nope, it does not, but I have to go through the Giggler to get that mushroom. And what's on my left? Well, I don't like those clouds. They can get you sick. So I'm gonna attack the Giggler in the forest. Alright. Now what can I do and what should I do? I'd like to get some fire going on. But I don't have the second fire. Okay, let me just hold it on there. But I see that I have some of the items I need for protection. So I'll start assembling the protection, and then I can also have some acid. So let me do it like this. First of all, I'm gonna give him acid. Second of all, still lack the dispersion element, but I've got the second fire. So look at this. I'm gonna give him fire, and fire, hitting a target with acid, will convert the acid into more fire. Ba-bam! Yep, so he's got now 2 fires. What else can I do? Well, let me discard that deck. Nope, no luck. Okay, end of round. And I've lost 2 elements because I've got confusion, and I got a null reference exception. God damn it, because this is not still a release build, this is a candidate. Okay, so probably gotta restart the whole thing. Now let me just go quickly through the new effects, and then the rest you'll figure out on the build. Fire, applied target that has acid converts that acid into fire. Fire and frost absorb, that's probably what you already know. Now, damage applied to acid converts that acid into damage. Damage applied to fear gives you an extra fear. And damage applied to frost kicks off that frost. Acid, getting fire gives no fire, getting damage gives no damage. Getting frost loses 1 frost. What else has changed? I think what changed is this, that previously when you had 3 frosts, it would issue 1 paralysis, but also would lose 1 frost. So the paralysis wouldn't stay. Right now it just stays there, just like with fire, issuing you 1 paralysis every round. So it's much more dangerous to get under the hail and hurricane than before. Let's see if it still works. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. Nope. Alright, so that pretty much ends my presentation today. I showed you the things that have changed. Please run the game and check the new spells. Please explore how your decision making in the encounter now is split between what do I want to do and what I can do immediately right now. There's a lot more alchemy now that you get. I urge you all to concoct stuff and remove your fatigue and remove your poison. There's pretty easy concoctions that can deal with it. And then see if you can complete the game before the seasons turn over. We'll see you with the next update next week. And we're going to put some more work into exposing what happens, because right now sometimes things happen like diseases and injuries, but it's not very obvious that you got injury, or it's not very obvious that you healed that injury, so we'll work on that next week. Merry Christmas, that's been a few days ago. Happy New Year, that's coming, and see you next week.